The Oculus is a very complex multimedia features. Its size is more than 2,000 square feet, and its resolution is more than 33K resolution. It's very impressive. Creating content for the Oculus is a very complicated task. You have to treat it like a 360-degree experience, and it's fully immersive. So all of the content we've been creating as Gentilhomme has to match this shape and be continuous, but also match all of the perspective that the LED shape has.
It was a very ambitious project to be able to pull off the Oculus here because of the fact that it's a lot of technical detail that we had to work, and we had to marry the Oculus with the architecture and incorporate those two things. But the most important thing is that we really gave the traveler a different experience than any other airport that they're going to be able to come into. This is really, again, if you look globally or you look locally, internationally, we're different because of the fact that we've got this wonderful experience that you come in here architecturally and then technically with the Oculus really puts together a really great experience.
We understand the airport environment, we understand our position in it, and the need to be flexible, right? Timing has to be flexible, the product has to be flexible, how we roll it out has to be flexible. All that has to happen. And so there is a ton of that's behind the scenes stuff that nobody ever knows about that's part of the whole why we got the job in the first place is we understand, right?
The complex geometry of the Oculus essentially meant that we had to be very aware of what we were going to put up on that screen in terms of content. The creative direction itself was very demanding, and that meant that we had to do a lot of planning, a lot of pre-visualization to make sure that when we were going into the field to do our live action shooting, it was essentially perfectly orchestrated. To ensure optimized results, we should have a smaller test system with the exact same hardware in our studio. So within our studio, we had the LiDARs, we had the PIXERA servers, and what that allowed us to do was extract maximum performance while not overshooting the performance budget.
There were many interesting and complex challenges we had to work through to make this project successful. But the one that stands out to me is the complex shape of the Oculus. So we're clearly not talking about a flat rectangular display on a wall like you might have at home, but this is an oval shape with different curves. It's angled in and it wraps all the way around. So all the complexity involved to make that successful was very difficult, but also very rewarding to make it happen.
SmartMonkey's role for the project was to consult for CMS and to provide programming services and implementation of the final solution. The main technical challenge of this project was the complex design of the shape. We collaborated with AV Stumple and Nanolumens to resolve the complex mapping of its display and to remove the complexities and to extract them from the actual operation of the experience. And we've leveraged the Isaac platform to manage this experience with scheduling and media management.
In terms of our work with Gentilhomme and their content built in Unreal Engine, that really utilized our Unreal integration in PIXERA. And we did a lot of testing, a lot of collaboration with Gentilhomme, and actually working with their team helped us to push the integration between Unreal Engine and PIXERA even further.
These large terminal programs, there are so many people involved in the construction and building of the terminal and all the systems therein. So one of the challenges was working with that environment to put such a finely tuned, complex piece of installation and technology. There were challenges with the terrazzo grinding and the dust created from that, water in the space pretty early on. And we really worked as a team with the building contractor, the AV integrator, the installers to do some creative things to really make sure that we were making as much progress as we could when we could.
Here, technologies serve the whole and participate in transforming the passenger experience through the Oculus and its 360-degree multimedia content.